Hello, it's May 2022, and in my previous journey update finding home video, I briefly mentioned about busybodies in our personal lives, and I wanted to just simply expand on this a little bit more right now. I have time while I sit and wait for help to continue on my journey. Now, I've talked extensively, especially over the many years, about busybodies and glorified busybodies, making uninformed conclusions based on their limited knowledge base and what we see and how we see in society the extreme consequences of these types of people. And I've talked about the rise of these type of people at this point in our civilization. Now, as I mentioned in my previous video, we also have busybodies in our personal lives, and they could be, whether they be friends or even family, who give their input for whatever it's worth. And the problem we see with this is we trust them. We trust, for example, their opinions. They have influence with our lives, and they can really sway, for example, an opinion or whatever with regards to someone else that they might know. And or even they might offer their so-called opinion for what this, a person should do or should not do or whatever. And again, as we see with busybodies, and that segues into the whole social justice movement, and many people, not all, who seek and obtain positions of authority, various positions of authority. Now, these people will offer their so-called opinion to someone about, say, for example, someone else. And because there's trust, there's friendships, or even like a family, they will begin to accept it. And they, in a sense, could end up being gaslit about an individual or about themselves. And this has great consequences. For example, if it's an opinion, alleged opinion of what someone should do or how they should conduct themselves or whatever, example, these people are not around when things go south. You can just step back and say, well, I just give you my opinion and things didn't work out. It's all on you, type of thing. So we also see this when someone is telling someone else about another person and what they think, and again making uninformed conclusions based on their limited knowledge base. And what we see in society, I've said this many times, is most people lack critical thinking skills, an extensive knowledge base, and cannot separate their emotions when making conclusions. We see a lot of times people maybe giving a friend or a family member advice on something that they themselves may not do or think or whatever, but they'll say it anyway, and they'll gaslight that person. It has consequences to that individual, or if they're talking about another person, has consequences on them. So the busybody is not just society as we see, for example, social justice warrior types and so forth. These types of people are in our own lives, and we have to be very mindful of them. And again, they may have good intentions, but especially if they haven't looked into a topic, looked into a situation or another individual in any in-depth, they just jump to conclusions. And that's the biggest problem we see today, is people jumping to conclusions, again, making uninformed conclusions and so forth. So, and when you look throughout history, even more recent history, like within, I'll say go back 50, 60 years, how people, there's stories about the boy who cried wolf, and there was a moral behind it, a warning. And society said, yes, we don't tolerate those kind of people. We also, and we see a rise in the promotion of these types of people. And busybodies were also shunned. You know, mind your own business type of thing. Now, I'm not saying mind your own business. If there's somebody that you can help, you help them, you know, however you can. But mind your own business, not to stick your nose like as a busybody into someone else's life, whether it be with a person directly or another person indirectly, because there's great consequences. And then from this we get into false narratives, false accusations. And as everyone knows, I've talked extensively about how that can lead to wrongful convictions and people's lives just getting destroyed overall. So I just wanted to make this video just highlighting that. Really, my videos from here on in are just going to be updating my journey. And but I felt this was really important, because a lot of people are swayed by people in their own lives, again, friends or family. And some people seek, I'm trying to think of the term or a word to describe it, acceptance, validation, whatever, from their peers. And so when one or two people, busybody types, say something, people will tend to, yeah, because these people are important. I'm not saying that these people are not important. And I'm not saying anything bad about people in our own lives, but it happens to all of us. And then, you know, somebody might say something, and then we get into the studies made famous by Julia Shaw type of thing, where it's like, well, it could be possible to, yeah, this is actually absolutely what it is, and completely missing the mark about someone's personal situation or someone else's personal situation. Just things to think about. Be mindful of these people with good intentions. They're everywhere, society overall, in their own personal lives. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share.
Listen to this and write it down if you can't remember it. You're never going to outgrow warfare. You simply must learn to fight. I hear people saying to me, oh, when is it going to get easier? When you die.